This is Gabadinfino, the administrative center of West Wolaga's Kundala district. Newly acquired footage shows Oromo Liberation Army fighters patrolling the town and guarding the headquarters of the district's administration. 2019, this town was the front line of the war between the Oromo Liberation Army's Western brigades and forces loyal to the regime of Abiy Ahmed. Since then, much of the fighting has moved further east, as raids by the Ole's mobile commando units on the government supply lines made it difficult for the federal military to conduct large-scale operations in the area. However, the federal military and its allies fought hard to maintain control of Gabadinfino and the main road leading to nearby Begi. All this changed in August, when Ole forces overran 3 military camps located in Gadami, the bustling urban capital of the neighboring Telamulaga region. The main artery connecting Gabadinfino and Begi to the national capital went through Gadami. With many parts of the main roads leading north and east from Gadami being under Ole control, it became impossible for the government to send reinforcements on the ground. Members of the military special forces, known as the Republican Guard, were flown into Gadami to hold off any oncoming Ole offensive to capture the city. However, as Ole forces closer to the capital city began to make gains, these forces were withdrawn and instead sent to Nakamte, the capital of East Wolaga, which lay on an important crossroad for the western portion of the country. On October 30th, Ole forces marched into Gadami, Begi, and Gabadinfino, simultaneously, driving out any remaining government forces. According to residents, life had returned to some semblance of peace after the government troops had been defeated. Government forces had taken severe measures on the local population in order to maintain control of Gabadinfino. On September 24th, 2021, a mere month before the Ole's takeover, government forces paraded 70 youth, many of them shoeshiner, and executed them in the marketplace. There was a strict curfew in place, forcing people to be home by 6 p.m. or suffer the consequences.
Durani, Raratman Ragi, Yamasi Kenyano, Unambulani, Yamasi Zadin, Bakit in Ambadi, Bunika Bakit Badi, Nivratinama Bakit Badi, and Neo Hojigin a little Jituna the Richard. One of her Kakam, Yanivine, Hamarati, one yan Lidam Nirakat Nature, Amarabina Galatum, Baye for Yumne, Voyage Marajira.
Media outlets affiliated with the Abiy regime often depict the Ole as being an ineffective yet brutal outfit that was responsible for several atrocities against civilians. This was also how local administrators were instructed to depict the Ole to residents. Much has changed with the Ole since 2019. While it was largely on the defensive at those times, it has now stepped up its efforts to dislodge government forces. Its biggest successes come in the south and west of Oromia state, where it has the majority of its soldiers. However, the last 4 months, there have been considerable activity by the Ole in the central shower regions of Oromia and even further east in Harege and Arsi. With most of the world's eyes on the war in northern Ethiopia, the Ole and its allies in Gabela and Benishangul Gamuz have significantly intensified their operations. What the outcome will be is impossible to say, but according to this young Ole soldier at least, they are willing to give their lives to succeed.
Waraana bilisummaa Oromoo waraana kaayyoo isaaf jecha Oromoo fi Oromiyaadhaaf lubbuu isaa jijjiirraa hin qabne kennee biyya isaaf qabsaa jiru.
Lamo Baisa, OromiaPlus.